A North County couple is sharing a cautionary tale about just how easy it is for the bad guys to steal from your bank information.
And just how frustrating it can be to clean up that mess. NBC 7's and Telemundo 20's Responds Tania Luviano-Hurwitz helped the couple and has tips for how to protect your information.
Ron and Linda have walked around the world, but a case of fraud almost knocked them off balance. They couldn't get any answers from their bank until NBC 7 Responds got involved.
That's the kind of trips we took.
Ron and Linda have been married for 50 years, and they are the epitome of an inspiring couple.
We both retired about 12 years ago to watch our grandkids when they were little.
But retirement didn't stop them from staying active. For years, they've been hiking around the world from Utah to France.
We walk 10 miles a day, every day.
It keeps them young and their spirits high. By last November, their peace was shattered.
I saw this check for $895, and I said, gee, what is that for? And so I said to Linda, do you know this person? She said, no. What is this check? So we had no idea.
This is the check they say someone cashed, taking $895 from their account. They tell us it's not one of their checks, and they believe someone created the fake check using their account number. Ron and Linda didn't waste any time. They rushed to Citibank. The bank teller suggested they close their checking account and open a new one, which they did. But as for the check,
they just said, call the fraud department, which, okay, I understand that, but they didn't tell me calling the fraud department would be like calling the White House.
While Ron was able to file an initial claim with Citibank, for weeks he tried to get an update on the investigation, but he says he couldn't get through to a real person on the phone.
This was in early November. I called them about every 5 days. Got into December, didn't hear anything, and it was just frustrating.
In the meantime, Linda filed a claim with the Carlsbad Police Department with the hope they would locate the fraudster.
I was more angry than scared. How dare he put us through all this?
We always watched Channel 7 News, and I said, you know, we should call them because maybe they can help us.
That's a good idea.
One of our NBC 7 Response producers reached out to Citibank, and 5 days later...
Actually, they credited our account with the $895.
I'm not sure we ever would have gotten it without her.
No, we wouldn't have. I'm confident it would have never happened.
In a statement, a city spokesperson told us they were pleased to have resolved this matter with their client. We asked Citibank, how long does it typically take for a fraud claim to be processed? But they told us they are not able to provide a timeline for processing claims as fraud incidents vary greatly in complexity.
But I also want to make people aware how vulnerable their checking account is. Yeah. You have to be very careful where you give checks. And I don't think you can be careful enough to not get hacked.
Linda and Ron are not sure how someone was able to get their checking account information. They say they write checks to a couple of places, but after this experience,
no more.
What advice would you give to our viewers if they go through something like this?
The first thing I do is to look at your bank account, credit card every week. You cannot be
every few days if you can. Yeah.
Yes, and then to be very as soon as it happens, to make calls, go to the bank, and if nothing happens within 2 weeks, call NBC.
Great advice, right? Now, Linda and Ron did what you should do. Check your accounts constantly. An example that you can never be too careful to protect your bank information. Mail theft is surging again, so never mail checks. And if you are a senior, you can also report the fraud to the San Diego County District Attorney's Office. Tania Luviano-Hurwitz, NBC 7 Responds.